New things are always nice, but it seems like new game IPs can be few and far between. This year launched a few gems however, giving us all something fresh to get properly excited for. Of course, every year brings with it new series that attempt to offer a different experience or a unique twist on an existing one, but in 2017 it felt like we really got some special new IPs. There have obviously been years gone by that introduced gaming franchises that have gone on to enjoy long and illustrious tenures, yet as it arguably becomes increasingly challenging to come up with new ideas, these are the new IPs that in 2017 managed to pique our interest, turn our heads and make us sit up and take notice. First up is Nioh. Clearly inspired by From Software's Souls games, Nioh took the formula and put its own spin on it. An action game that delivers challenging and engaging combat with seemingly effortless flair, Team Ninja's effort takes place during Japan's Sengoku period, casting you in the role of real-life samurai William Adams, in a land overrun with bereft souls manifested as twisted demons known as yokai. So much more than just a Souls facsimile, Nioh's stories overtly relate to the player rather than hidden in dusty old books and obscure lore. Its combat mechanics are fast and fluid, still demanding that you keep your wits sharp at all times, and as far as hardcore action RPGs are concerned, Nioh offered a more than viable Souls alternative, with a cool loot system, intense combat, and a unique style that set it apart. Accessible yet incredibly hard to master, we hope to see more from Nioh in the future.
Please remember, safety at work is our highest priority and should be yours.
Another Souls-alike, The Surge. Building upon Deck 13's previous experience in creating a solid Souls-alike with Lords of the Fallen, The Surge saw the developer arguably bettering its fantasy action RPG, taking its dungeon trawling ordeal to a claustrophobic sci-fi setting. The Surge balanced accessibility and immediate combat with a level of challenge pitched at just the right end of the scale. The Surge had a smart ace up its sleeve too, in its innovative limb targeting system, enabling you to hack an enemy's head, arms or legs off and take the resulting armour piece or weapon that dropped. Warren's first day as an employee of Mega Corporation Creo is a baptism of fire as he's set upon by exosuit-clad workers who've been driven mad and forced into fighting the facility's road machines. At first glance, The Surge might look like a slightly generic sci-fi game, but dive in and you'll find a deceptively deep and intricate hack and slasher that requires sharp skill. Next up for Deck 13 will be Lords of the Fallen 2, but we're hoping the studio also decides to one day make a sequel to The Surge. For Honor's innovative Art of War combat mechanics might have taken some getting used to, but it makes it unlike anything else within its genre. Centred around brutal multiplayer battles on a large scale, For Honor usually comes down to smaller scale duels against one or two opponents where timing and patience becomes key. Granted, the single player was arguably an extended tutorial, but the clash of steel, the ebb and flow of battle was all beautifully pitched. That it translates as well as it does to multiplayer too is remarkable. For Honor could have very easily been a horribly ham-fisted failed experiment, but it all works. Sure, there's room for improvement, but as a new IP, Ubisoft almost hit a home run with For Honor, delivering a robust multiplayer game which you can enjoy fantasy matchups between knights, samurai and Vikings. What's not to like? Little Nightmares. Drawing upon childhood fears, Little Nightmares tells the dark tale of Six, a young girl trapped within the depths of the moor. Ostensibly, Tarsia's game doesn't look inherently scary, but its macabre atmosphere will gradually creep beneath your skin, set your hairs on end, and generally freak you out a bit. The moor's warped world is one that you'll instinctively want to escape from as barefooted and vulnerable Six, scampering away from stretchy arms with gnarled fingers grabbing at you, and grotesque chefs that make horrible, otherworldly noises when they see you. These are just two examples that spring to mind. Little Nightmares features far more weird creatures that are the stuff of bad dreams, and once you reach the game's bizarre final moments, it'll have left an indelible mark. Little Nightmares is tailor-made for a follow-up. Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. Ninja Theory has always been a developer with lofty ideas and the technical know-how to effectively bring them to fruition with a cracking action game. You can add Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice to that list. A hack and slash action adventure on the surface, Hellblade is so much more, tackling the subject of mental health and psychosis with the deftness of touch that few studios could ever hope to muster. That Hellblade is also a game that manages to balance robust combat with puzzles and exploration is a towering achievement. Also consider that the developer managed to do this all on a AA budget and release it as a mid-tier cut-price product. Hellblade is even more astonishing. Senua 2 is a compelling, engaging lead character, and we hope to see more from the Hellblade series.
He's so far away.
His liver would grow back, and every day the eagle would return to eat it again. That's exactly what the Pandora does.
Get Even! Few games manage to embroil you in as much mystery as Get Even does, while somehow managing to properly tie together the dangling threads and tell a coherent story in the process. For the most part, Get Even accomplished this, keeping you second guessing just what exactly was going on from start to finish, while keeping you as confused as protagonist Cole Black. Juggling action sequences, some neat puzzles, and even a bit of light detective work, Get Even had all of the ingredients to make for a truly great game. It's not the most polished new IP on this list, with some slightly dodgy performances and one or two action bits that fell flat on their face, but Get Even shows mountains of potential, which is why it deserves some recognition, and hopefully one day, a sequel.
One outcome. That's only ever gonna drop.
Cuphead. Whether Cuphead spurs the beginning of a series is up for debate. It took so long just for this one to come out, a sequel seems almost inconceivable, but we can dream that this could be the beginning of a new IP, especially since MDHR's Hard as Nails boss rush game was so damn gorgeous to look at, and a blast to play, albeit a teeth-grinding tough blast. Brilliantly recreating the look of a 1930s cartoon, Cuphead is not only completely stunning in every sense, but it's also full to bursting with invention, every one of its bosses and levels an unbridled treat for the eyes and ears. If you're listening MDHR, there just needs to be more Cuphead. To see Cuphead and Mugman appear in only one game would be a crying shame. Horizon Zero Dawn. No one really expected Killzone developer Guerrilla to come up with something as beautifully conceived as Horizon Zero Dawn. An unreservedly magnificent open-world adventure, Aloy's journey from young outcast to fully fledged machine hunter is a compelling one, taking in acres of lush grassland, treacherous rocky terrain and tribal settlements. A perfect marriage of great action and an equally excellent story, Horizon Zero Dawn feels totally assured, its world intricately detailed and its gameplay systems wonderfully honed. That this is the first entry in what we hope will grow to be a major franchise for Sony and Guerrilla is astounding, and in Aloy, PlayStation is yet another charismatic character that deserves a place alongside Nathan Drake, Kratos and the like. Horizon Zero Dawn is a masterclass in how to make fantastic, intriguing and gorgeous open worlds. Surely a sequel is guaranteed. So there you have it, 8 of the year's most exciting new IPs. Will they develop into huge, world-conquering series? Who knows? Thanks for watching, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Bye!